Good morning and welcome to my channel. You've seen this electric toothbrushes battery replacements on YouTube. I also have one with the battery is not so good anymore, but I also want to make a video. I'm going to try to change the battery inside. It is a nickel metal hydrate 1.2 volt battery. I bought at a China shop yesterday. So I bought two of them. But the problem is these batteries don't have this little wires on. So I just go and I went and just tinned the sides here. It went actually very easy. Sometimes it's stainless steel and you can't solder the battle. But this is, I think it just tinned, so it's fine. I'll just put some little wires in there. But first I need to open this. You have to, I check on the YouTube videos that you put this between a vise or something, you get a tool and then you twist it and then the whole thing comes out. So I'm gonna try it. There's no other bottom side here, so I'm gonna, just for interest sake, you must be careful, whoever you have this toothbrushes, every time after you use it, just go and put some water, flash the water through here. It can get a little bit gooey inside of all the saliva that's stuck inside here. So it's better just to clean the whole thing, flush it with water when you finish. Okay, let's put it on the vise and see if I can manage to open this whole front cap that is on here. I put some masking tape here by the sides of the vise here. I've got a big bench vise just to make sure you don't damage the toothbrush. I'm gonna plug it in here. Okay, I'm gonna just like hold it in here. I'm gonna give it a twist, and you just see it's open here. Okay, there it goes. Look, there it comes, so easy. So there it is. There's all the mechanics and the motor, and now we can remove the inside. Okay, let's look at the mechanism quickly. You can see there's a motor. There's a motor with a gear there, and there's a gear runs on this gear, and when it goes like this. Ding, ding, ding. Then in turn make this blade goes sideways. That is very interesting. See, there's also just a seal here to make sure the water doesn't go inside there. I guess we must put this stuff back. Make sure this is part of this thing. And then this whole thing is going to come out. And we just try to get it out here. Let's get a long nose here. Okay, also my notice here, there's a spring in the bottom here that keeps this thing, see there's a spring loaded to make sure it's nicely. This is how this battery is charging. The charging port has a little metal side inside, it goes inside. It works like a transformer, and it switches like 1 kilohertz or something, and then it induced energy power inside this coil, and then just rectify it, and then it charges the battery. The battery sits inside. We're going to desolder it now, and this is how easy it works. We will just remember to put the spring back when we finish. Yeah, so there's a contactless charging effect. When we finish, we can somehow go and put some little bit grease or Vaseline there for, there's a little motor. There's a switch, you can see. It's a push button and it's on and off. Okay, now we need to go and see what we can do to we need to remove this PCB first to take out this PCB to be able to get the batteries to the battery. Okay, let's just see what is here. This is something there. Okay. I'm going to desolder. So here are the batteries. There's one battery connector. You just go and lift this little thing here, this little pin, that's loose. Here's a little motor. Because we need to take out this whole PCB. Okay, let's just cut this stuff smaller. Now the back side of the battery connection, there's a whole lot of solder on this thing. So there's a little plate that is loose. Here's some 2 wires of the charging coil that we can remove. Let's take them out. That one is loose. That one is loose. Okay, now someone put a piece of plastic underneath and you can work better. You just take this thing off here. It clips and clips there and clips there. There and there. And then this whole thing comes out here. There's it. There's the charging part. Here's the battery. And now we're going to take the PCB off. Just make sure those connections are all loose properly. This one here. Okay, here's the whole PCB. There's the whole thing loose. The motor connections, the 2 battery connections to the side, and here's your battery. Here's your nickel metal hydride battery. We may just remove this thing. Make sure the positive is in front. Negative is in the back. You know, 700 milliamp hour nickel metal hydride, and this one is a 1800 millimeter. But I think this is a Chinese thing, so obviously this is not maybe so true. Nickel metal hydride. Okay, now as I said, we must just go and I'm gonna remove, because there's no pins there. I'm gonna just pull these things from here. And we're going to resolder it on the other battery. Or you can put wires on there if you want. You can just pull these things off. Okay, now we need to make sure it's the right size. Now I'm going to solder 2 wires here. Or I'm going to just solder these things on here. I think this was the positive. Let's go stick it on here. Now you take your long nose, you can turn a little bit to the shoulder. I need another arm here this morning. Okay, let's try again. Just turn this part here and you just put it there. That's it. And now you turn it around. You take this part here. Just flatten that little sides there. We're gonna turn it. At the same angle as the positive. Put it there. That's it. There's your battery. Okay, now we put this there. Now you can slide the battery in again like this. And then we can put the PCB back. Just because there's a little white plastic that must locate in there. And then the two. There's it. It clips in there. There's your battery positive, negative. Can go in there. Make sure it's nice and flat. Put your press stick there. We just solder them back in there. Two motor terminals. Then you just bend the thing over. Battery connection. This one is there. We solder it there. Okay, now we need to put back the charging. Let's first see if, I don't know what is this little things here. Let's just see if it's working. Maybe it needs some charge. There's the battery charging port. We're going to solder that wire there and that one there. Some that's it. Okay, there's the toothbrush now finished. There's your button. There it goes. Okay, now the next thing, I'm gonna take some Vaseline and just put some here, just for lubrication. Get a Vaseline pot here. Take a screwdriver. Put some Vaseline. Vaseline is the safest. It's neutral. It's not any greasy. Let's put some stuff there. Make sure this mechanism is properly lubricated. Work through there and there and every little bit there. Okay, now we can put some just this seal here somehow. Put some underneath that seal there. Here about the shaft. Make it seal properly. Let's just sort out the dog. And I think we must put some Vaseline also here by this seal here. Make sure it goes back properly. And then okay, now we're going to put it back. There's the spring, and then we're going to make sure it's orientation with the switch and push it in there, and there's a thing there. And now all the parts are here, and put some Vaseline also, as I said, inside there. Make sure the rubber fits properly. Now we're going to push it in here. So I think it's maybe most like that's it. Then it clips in. That is properly done. There's your toothbrush. Now I just need a start, a new charge. I'm going to put it on a charge station, and then there's good as new for another 2 or 3 years. I hope you enjoyed this video to replace the battery on your electric Braun toothbrush. Till next time, cheers.